child alert went out at 8:20 p.m. with 4 different alerts via email, phone call, text messages being issued to area residents until 11:20 that night. Michael's image and information went out to law enforcement nationwide. Child alert went out at 8:20 p.m. with 4 different alerts via email, phone call, text messages being issued to area residents until 11:20 that night. Michael's image and information went out to law enforcement to a nationwide database known as NCIC, which is the National Crime Information Center, that same night. Since the time of notification, the Fruitland Police Department, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Idaho State Police, and the Boise Police Department, assisted by 13 different law enforcement agencies throughout the state of Idaho, conducted a complete and methodical, thorough searches. These searches included nearly 200 residential homes and properties and interviews of all the residents. You know, 5-year-olds can get into almost anything. So we've looked through nearly 200 garbage cans, drained canals and irrigation ditches, and pumped a septic tank in the area that had a makeshift 2x6 wooden plank lid. We've gathered 60 different videos from residential and business security cameras, and we're combing through that data as we speak. To date, we've received 163 tips. All have been assigned to investigators for follow-up, and many have already been cleared. Others are being worked on as we speak. We've conservatively estimated the number of man-hours from law enforcement agencies to be in the range of 2,500 man-hours, and that doesn't include our EMS, search and rescue partners, or the hours put in by the volunteers from our community. I got to tell you, I've never seen a police presence like this, and on behalf of Michael's family and the citizens of the city of Fruitland, I sincerely extend our thanks to the chiefs and sheriffs who have came to our aid, providing manpower and resources over the last week and certainly in the weeks to come. I would also like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to our friends and residents in the primary search area of Southwest 8th, Southwest 9th, Crestview Subdivision, Hidden Meadows Subdivision, and Three Rivers Way Subdivision. Your patience with our investigation does not go unnoticed. We've been through your homes, and in some instances, several times. And from my heart, I truly appreciate you. Our search and rescue efforts include the assistance of our citizens from the night Michael went missing to present. And I thank you, and I ask you to continue to search your property again. 5-year-olds are crafty and get into small places. Since notification, we've conducted an exhaustive ground search, employing the Idaho Fish and Game, Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue Team, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, both Fruitland and Sand Hollow Fire Departments, and a coordinated search effort by our citizens. We have methodically and thoroughly searched over 3,000 acres of farm ground with multiple certified canine teams, and we've searched 29 miles of riverbank using private fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, sophisticated drones, boats with canines, kayaks, and paragliders. I'm unsure of the number of man-hours involved in that effort, but I'm sure it would mirror our investigative effort. Drone flights will continue along with riverbank searches by boat. This morning, the search continued in the area below Southwest 8th Street, where some heavy foliage was removed and a specialized canine was deployed. In the near future, we have a dive team scheduled to search pond in the sloughs down in the area of Southwest 8th. And our search effort and rescue efforts will continue as long as we have those resources available to continue that. We know people in this community and elsewhere are concerned about Michael, and we'll continue to issue updates as the best we can as the investigation continues. To our local media, I want to say thank you for working with us. You know, it's difficult to respond to every individual inquiry. I'll try to address your questions in updates as this investigation continues, and truly appreciate your patience with me. Please understand, though, that I can't detail the nature of some of the information we've received or the information that we're looking into, and we don't want to release anything that's going to jeopardize our investigation into this. What I can say is we have not eliminated any possibility. Nothing has been ruled out in this case. Social media, It can be a wonderful tool for us, but sadly it can also be a hindrance, especially when it comes to sharing accurate information. So if there's a development in this case, I will notify you personally. If the information on Facebook or social media doesn't come from me directly or the Fruitland Police Department, you need to consider that suspect. Rumors and speculation, innuendo complicate our investigative efforts. And so we appreciate your support in this, and just help us by doing that and respect our efforts. So back to the National Crime Information Center. Michael's information was entered into the missing child database there through the NCIC as soon as possible after he was reported missing. That means if Michael is found by law enforcement anywhere in the country, he'll be identified and we'll know what to do. What can people do in my community? Well, what I'd like you to do is search the immediate area. Please thoroughly search your property. I can't emphasize that enough. If you've looked once, look again, please. Look in all your outbuildings, vehicles. I want you walking your fence lines. We also ask that residents review any security camera footage for any sign of a small children in the area. We continue to say this, but children move around and they wander, and they may have traveled back into your yard without your knowledge. So please, search again. If you know something, if you know anything, perhaps you're unsure and you don't want to talk to us, maybe you're even afraid to reach out to us. We are here. We want to listen. We want to listen to what you have to say. Please talk to us. We're very grateful for the public's assistance. And again, we're following up on every lead that we receive vigorously. Our investigators are laser focused and our morale is good. We take care of one another. We're all in this together. We're committed to finding Michael, and we're not going to leave any stones unturned. We also want to emphasize that Michael's family continues to be fully cooperative. I'm going to continue to ask for the respect of their privacy. Please. Michael was last seen wearing a light blue Minecraft t-shirt with dark blue or black boxer briefs with a green stripe and a child size 11 flip-flops. He stands about 43 inches tall, 50 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. He answers to the nickname Monkey. And if you see Michael or have any information into his whereabouts or location, please call the Payette County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006, extension 0. And that is our tip line. And so with that, I'll stand for a few questions.
Sir, I understand that this investigation is probably very expensive, and I just want to clarify for situations like this, would the bill be placed at the feet of the family, or is this something the taxpayers?
But this will be something that the taxpayers will definitely be covering. We've got our state police agencies, we've got federal agencies involved in this. I can't see any of this falling on the family members. Sure. So we've employed a dive team to come in here pretty soon, and the reason why we're doing that is because we have a lot of resources available to us, and when we're really not sure what happened, we're going to use every resource that we have that's available to us. So they're going to be at the end of Southwest 8th Street, down by the Snake River in the slough area down there. You know, they did not today, but our thoughts and prayers are with them.
Not that money is any kind of a factor in a situation like this, but has a reward been set up, a reward fund for anything leading to Michael?
You know, I have a few private individuals that have contacted me, reached out, and that will be coming. So.
You mentioned a few things that members of the community can do to help. What about people that are from out of the area that come in? What can they do to help, or should they try to stay out of the search area?
You know, I think they need to take a look at our flyers and stay vigilant. I think that's the best thing that they can do for us. We've got a lot of support in this community, and everybody wants to help. Like I said, we're all emotionally tied to this thing, and we certainly appreciate them. And our primary goal, the number one goal that we have, is locating Michael and bringing him home. Can I just touch on the finance aspect? I want to just thank our community. Over the last 7 days, today included. Our community partners, business owners, have donated countless amounts of food and drink to our search efforts, and I just want to throw it out there to them. They've been wonderful. The support has been great, and just a sincere thank you.
With the number of hot days that we've had, is the heat having any sort of taking its toll on the search or the people that are searching?
Yes, that has been a problem for us, especially with our canine units. They're tough, but they can only go so long before those dogs need a break. You know, and I guess I would say the same thing for our searchers. You know, sometimes they're in these fields slugging it out in the mud, you know, doing what they do, but my goodness, I can't say enough for them. They're super tough. So.
Is there any concern with the recent rains that the canines might not be able to pick up the scent now?
Yeah, there are a lot of concerns when it comes to that. And after that heavy rain that we had the other day, that was one of our major concerns, especially with scent tracking dogs. So we'll continue to deploy those. It's still a resource we have available to us at our access, and we're going to continue to do that. So.
Have you heard anything about a motorcycle drive-by on Friday for Michael's family and his parents that'll be taking place around 7:15 p.m.? Is that something that you folks are aware of at this time?
I have not. I have no knowledge about that.
You mentioned a lot of outside resources. You're very thankful for those. Is there any timeline on when those are going to expire and not be available anymore, or is it a day-by-day situation?
This is a day-by-day situation, and I'll tell you again that as long as I have those resources available to me, they will continue to be deployed.
Thank you.
Yep.
Are those search efforts just being focused around Fruitland, or have they also expanded to, like, say, around Ontario, across the board?
So our efforts outside of the city of Fruitland just include media, getting the information out there, as well as we've had teams of people posting up flyers, our missing flyers that were generated by our fusion center here in Idaho. So that, you know, other than that, that's where we're at. Okay. One last question, just for time. We got to get back to work. Anybody got anything? Okay. All right. Well, listen, I thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys more than you know. So I'll keep you updated as things develop. Okay. All right. Thank you.